Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Dotson-Kelly. I am an Algebra 2 math teacher at East Hartford High School. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys what is the negative exponent property. Before we learn what the negative exponent property is, let's do a quick review on some of the material from the previous couple videos. One of the videos gave a definition for what is an exponent. How do we use an exponent? Well, an exponent tells me how many times a base is being multiplied. So in this case, this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There are 4 2's being multiplied, so this equals 16. If I had 2 to the third power, this would equal 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4, and 2 to the first power is just 2 by itself, which is 2. Anything raised to the 0 power will equal 1. The reason this works out is because if you imagine that you always have a times 1 in the front multiplied to the number of 2's, then I have 1 with no 2's following. There are no 2's that follow, so I have 1 by itself. Following this pattern, we can see a couple things happening. Here in the left-hand side, the exponents are decreasing by 1. On the right-hand side, my product is being halved each time, so we are dividing by 2 each time. And we want to follow this pattern as we continue with our number line over here. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then following that pattern, the next logical number would be -1 as an exponent. That means that I continue this pattern and I end up with divided by 2. And I want you to leave this as a fraction. Do not write it as a decimal. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2, or in this case 1 times 1/2. Okay, and please note that my denominator here is there's 1 2. If I have 2 to the -2 power, well, that is going to equal 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. Well, how am I getting 4 in my denominator? Well, that's the same thing as doing 1 times 1 over 2 times 2. Following this pattern, I can continue and extrapolate what my next one is going to be. If I had 2 to the -3rd power, that would be 1 times 1 over 2 times 2 times 2. Again, I have 3 2's, which is 1 over 8. You'll notice that whenever I do this, my denominator ends up equaling the number of positive exponents. Okay, so there are 3 2's here, but they're in the denominator. Basically, what this means is that a negative exponent is the reciprocal of its positive counterpart. So 2 to the 3rd power is equal to 8, while 2 to the -3rd power is equal to 1 over 8. Or another way of writing that would be this: 2 to the -3rd power is equal to 1 over 2 to the 3rd power, which is equal to 1 over 8. If you notice, I'm taking the reciprocal of the base, and the power is becoming positive. The definition that you see oftentimes in math classes is written like this. If you have something written as a to the -mth power, this will equal 1 over a to the mth power. Similarly, if you have 1 over a to the -mth power, this will equal a to the mth power over 1. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that it's always the opposite location. If I have a negative power in my denominator, it becomes positive in my numerator. If I have a negative power in my numerator, it becomes positive in my denominator. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the negative exponent property. In my next video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at what does it mean to multiply exponents that have the same base together. Thank you, and come again next time.